There comes a moment in every transformation story when the noise finally goes quiet. Not because the world stopped talking, but because you stopped listening. That moment arrives after betrayal, after disappointment, after realizing that the people you once trusted were never truly standing with you. And here's the truth many don't want to face. The same people who betrayed you are now sitting with regret. Not because they suddenly grew a conscience, but because they misjudged your strength. They thought you would break. They thought you would stay stuck. They thought their absence would weaken you. But instead it activated something in you they can never touch again. Betrayal has a way of revealing what loyalty hides. When someone betrays you, they expose their character, not yours, and at the time it hurts deeply. It cuts into your sense of safety, your trust, your belief in connection. You replay conversations. You question yourself. You wonder how someone who knew your heart could turn their back so easily. But what you didn't realize then is that betrayal is often the doorway to clarity. It strips away illusions. It forces you to see people as they truly are, not as who you hoped they would be. At first, the pain is loud. It echoes in your thoughts. It follows you into quiet moments. You may even wish they would realize what they did and come back with remorse. But healing doesn't happen when others apologize. Healing happens when you stop needing the apology. Somewhere along your journey, something shifted. The tears dried up. The anger softened. The questions faded. And without even noticing it, you outgrew the need for validation from those who betrayed you. That's when the tables turned. Because while you were rebuilding yourself in silence, they were watching from a distance. While you were learning how to stand alone, they were realizing what they lost. While you were choosing peace over proving a point, they were replaying their choices in their mind. Regret doesn't always show up as an apology. Sometimes it shows up as curiosity, as checking in quietly, as asking mutual connections about you, as that uneasy feeling they can't shake because deep down, they know they made the wrong move. But here's the part that truly defines your evolution. You no longer care. Not in a cold way, not in a bitter way, but in a healed way. Their regret no longer fuels you. Their realization no longer excites you. Their guilt is no longer your responsibility. You've moved past the chapter where their actions had power over your emotions. And that is the real victory. When someone who once mattered becomes irrelevant to your peace, you know you've crossed into a new level of self-respect. You didn't move on overnight. You moved on through reflection, through solitude, through uncomfortable growth. You learned how to sit with yourself without distractions. You learned how to trust your intuition again. You learned that not everyone deserves access to your heart, your energy, or your future. And in that process, you didn't just heal, you upgraded. What they regret now isn't just losing you. They regret losing access to the version of you that was loyal beyond logic, forgiving beyond reason, and patient beyond necessity. They regret losing someone who believed in them even when they didn't believe in themselves. And the irony is they only recognize your value once you stopped offering it freely. That's why their regret comes too late. Because the version of you they betrayed no longer exists. You are no longer trying to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. You are no longer explaining your boundaries to people who benefit from crossing them. You are no longer shrinking your truth to keep others comfortable. You have learned that peace is worth more than proximity and self-respect is worth more than history. And right here in this moment, if this message resonates with you, if you know deep down that you've truly let go, pause for a second and comment, "I've moved on." Not for them, not for the past, but as a declaration to yourself, a statement of closure, a reminder of how far you've come. Moving on doesn't mean you forgot what happened. It means you stopped allowing it to define you. It means you no longer rehearse conversations that will never happen. It means you no longer wait for accountability from people who avoid responsibility. It means you stopped reopening wounds just to see if they still hurt. You chose growth instead. And that choice changed everything. Now, when they think of you, there's a quiet ache, a realization that you were rare, that your loyalty wasn't common, that your presence wasn't replaceable. They compare others to you. They notice what's missing. They feel the absence in moments that used to be filled with your support, your understanding, your patience, but you're no longer there to fill those gaps. You've moved on to a life that doesn't revolve around proving your worth to anyone. You are building something solid now, something internal, something unshakable. You've learned to protect your energy. You've learned to choose people who choose you back. You've learned that betrayal is not the end, it's the redirection. And sometimes, losing people is exactly how you find yourself. That's why their regret doesn't move you anymore. You're no longer emotionally available to the past. You're present with your future. You're focused on alignment, not attachment. You're choosing peace, clarity, and growth over chaos and confusion. And that's what scares them the most. Not that you moved on, but that you did it without them. If this message is speaking to you, take a moment to support the energy behind it. Like this video, so it reaches others who need this reminder. Share it with someone who's in the middle of healing and doesn't realize they're stronger than they think. And subscribe to the channel if you're committed to growth, clarity, and stepping into your highest self. And if you feel called to support the continued growth of this channel, consider contributing through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Your support helps keep these messages flowing, reaching those who need them at the right time. Thank you for being part of this space and this journey. Remember this: betrayal didn't break you, it refined you. Regret isn't your burden to carry, and moving on isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You didn't lose them, they lost access to you, and that is something they'll feel far longer than you ever did. You've moved on and your peace proves it.